Today we'll be talking about a Bitcoin treasury company, Strive, which surges additional 30%, nearly doubling in 2 sessions. So Strive, ticker symbol ASST, shares rose another 30% in pre-market trading Monday, bringing its gains since Friday afternoon to about 75%. Mike Alfred triggered the big move late Friday, tweeting out he had taken a 1 million plus share stake in the beaten down stock. And also, Semler Scientific, ticker symbol SMLR, which has agreed to be acquired by Strive in an all-stock deal, rose 18% early Monday as well. Strive is one of the most promising BTC treasury companies globally, trading at an attractive level, Alfred wrote. And as well, Wall Street Bets community listed ASST among its top trending tickers over the past days, with more than 100 mentions. So the renewed interest comes a month after Strive announced it would acquire Semler Scientific in an all-stock deal valuing Semler at a 210% premium, or 90.52 per share based on Friday's close. Each share of SMLR will convert into 21.05 shares of ASST once the deal closes. So this is big news. So are Strive Inc. shares ready to rebound? That's basically what we'll be looking in today's video. Keep in mind, trading down by minus 12.8% amid investors' concern over regulatory challenges impacting future growth. So you should still be cautious, and this is not financial advice, but we could be looking into the charts to see exactly what's happening here. But first, we're going to be looking to our liquidity tracker. So right now, our liquidity tracker for October 28th is showing a 42%. A 42% is not perfect. It's decent. We want this to be over 50% for us to have. So the long-term liquidity at 42% means there's fuel in a tank, but not enough to floor it. So you drive steady, not aggressively. Okay, so that's basically where we're at with the 42%. Well, with minus 30.70%, institutions might be pulling liquidity short term. So this is the yellow flag for aggressive buyers. We're not aggressive buyers. We're going to be DCAing into any stocks that we'll be getting into. Since we're talking about Strive, we're going to be talking more about that when we get into the charts. So right now we are in a long-term mix with the liquidity. So we're in a foggy zone between bull and bear phases. So we're still kind of cautious right now. So don't expect explosive moves upward yet. So patient pays, okay? Because our short-term liquidity is at 21%. We want this to be over 50. Okay, so I'm not going to cover every single one of them. But what it comes down to is our phases here. So we're in a caution phase, and our recommendation, not financial advice, but our recommendation is neutral. So we're waiting for a clear long-term biases for the liquidity to be flowing in, but so far we're looking good. The VIX is at 16.42. We want the VIX to be below 15, but the SPY trend is above our moving average. Q's above the moving average, which is all bullish. M2 money supply is rising, so the liquidity is rising. That's going to that is going to flow into risk assets like Bitcoin and stocks. But Strive will be talking to if it's going to be a good long-term buy or if it's just going to be a pump and dump type of stock. Okay, so our light action right now, it's a light DCA based on selective stocks. Again, so we're in a neutral stage. All right, let's get into the stock tracker, which will be tracking ASST stock. So right now the price is trading at 1.44. Our trend right now is mixed, as this has a renewed interest. So now the trend is starting to go back up. Our AI score, our algorithm, is at 45. We want this to be above 50. So with a score of 45, we're in the speculative light DCA signal for ASST, which is Strive Inc. Our tracker pinpointing our first target between 1 and 3 months. Our target will be $1.56. Price right now is $1.44. Our second profit would be 14.31 in the next 6 to 12 months. And then our third profit target is 12 to 36 months at $20.82. So that's what we'll be looking towards if everything goes well and smoothly with the acquisition. With similar, right now we're looking at ASST, Strive Inc. We have the Fibonacci retracements right here, input. As you can see, it ran up a few times and sold back down. So what we're seeing here, it has been beaten down right here at the very low of the support right here. And as you can see, stock has started going back up. But we don't know if this is going to be a sustainable rally or not. But that's basically what we'll be covering. For Strive, we'll be going back to a Fibonacci of this level here. This is going to be our resistance level as it broken down back in September 23rd over here. We want this to go back up here and be back into play. So right now, this is a risky play. I would recommend if you are a betting person, then you could bet some over here, but I would wait. For anybody who's very conservative, I would wait for this to break through here and start accumulating, start light DCAing around over here, around the $3.28. But obviously, you'll be missing out on these gains over here. So it is only $1. You're risking a few dollars here. So if you're a betting person, you could bet a couple thousands and see if it runs up to this level here. But most likely, it's going to go to, if everything goes well, it's going to go to $3. Once it gets to $3.28, you're going to see a rejection. The rejection is going to come back down. Most of the time, with a lot of buy momentum, it'll go up, meet resistance, come back down. And if there's more bullish momentum and news and bullish narrative, because stocks is all based on narratives. It's all the stories that's being told that's going to eventually break through. So that's might happen just like this. Right now, everything is very cautious, looking forward with Strive Inc. But since they are accumulating Bitcoin in as a treasury, if Bitcoin goes up, most likely Strive will be going up as well too. First of all, what is Strive? Strive has been exploding up. People have been talking about it. So what are they? So ASST stands for Strive Inc., a company that's trying to become kind of a mini MicroStrategy. The game plan, buy and hold Bitcoin directly on the balance sheet, while also acquiring other businesses that fit into the Bitcoin-focused vision. So they made headlines for announcing a merger deal with Semler Scientific, but as of now, the deal is still pending. It hasn't officially closed yet, so this is something that we have to be wary of. So this might be just a swing trade type of stock, because you want everything to go smoothly. Okay, so how much Bitcoin do they actually have? That's verified. Okay, so the company officially disclosed that they bought 5,816 Bitcoin at an average price of around 116,000 per coin. So they went big. To add their earlier holdings, and now they sit on a total of roughly 5,886 Bitcoin, valued around 650 million at current prices. So these numbers are straight from their SEC filings and press release, not just rumors. All right. So Strive started accumulating Bitcoin in early September 25. So they finalized their merger plans with asset entities. So the big purchases, the 5,816 Bitcoin was announced on September 22nd. So this is still very new. They're basically just starting the Bitcoin treasury journey. So the reality check, the merger with Semler Scientific is not done yet. So they have until March 26th to complete it. Until the deal goes through, everything is potential, not performance. Plus there's dilution risk, meaning to raise cash for these Bitcoin buys, you might issue more shares. So while the story sounds great and sexy, Bitcoin company buys 650 million in BTC, the fundamentals are still forming. Okay, so it may just be a wait and see type of stock as well too, unless you're a gambling person. So what does this mean for investors or your DCA strategy? Well, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, ASST is like a leverage way to gain exposure. So higher upside, but also higher volatility if you could withstand that. So it could fit a small slice of your DCA portfolio, possibly maybe 2 to 5% max, not financial advice. But for the next few months, the key thing to watch is whether the merger actually closes, how much new stock to issue, and whether they keep adding to the Bitcoin stack. Okay, so that's basically something that we have to look at Okay, so back into your charts here. So what we're be looking for right now is starting to break up. We do see the consolidation right here is starting to go. There is more buying momentum coming in, but not that much. So it possibly may hit a bottom. It's not yet confirmed because of this big red histogram bars here. So this is our speed trend analyzer here. As you can see, every time it's sold down, as it's sold down here, you can see the bars getting bigger below. What we want to see, it is starting to slow down here. So we want to see this bar either flip green right away or slowly come back up, just like this. So we want to see this red turn green. Once that red turns green, it will be confirmed new uptrend, and you're going to start seeing go back up there. So this is what we're waiting for in order for us to be starting to take positions. Unless you're betting, then you can go ahead and buy right now. But most of the times, if you're betting, you would bet big here, but just be cautious. It could keep on falling down. But based on what we're seeing here, the bottom may be in, potentially due to our leaping pad right here. Every time it falls down, this is our leaping pad right here. This is the momentum. This is the overbought, oversold area. When this leaping pad red arc shows up, that means that the stock is very oversold and it's going to start bottoming very soon. As you can see over here, it's sold down, leaping pad. You got the green volatility right here. That's showing potentially that the bottom is in. And as right here, it did, and start going back up. As you can see right there. So potentially this is the same thing that's happening. It's been slowing down. There's a lot of green volatility. There's a leaping pad that's slowing down. This acts as a cushion that slows down the fall. And you can start seeing the buying momentum back up here. Confirmation comes from the speed trend analyzer. Is right over here. We want to see this flip green. Once it flips green, then it's go time. That means that Strive is going to be hitting exactly where we want it to hit, around $3 at the Fibonacci retracement level right there as a resistance, and for it to come back down halfway, and then we want to see more buying momentum, push right through, and then drives it back in the game, and we'll be in profits if we are betting around this level here. So between now and the level of $3.28 is more of a betting game. Once we're in here, it could potentially become a DCA type of stock, especially if they put in Bitcoin on the balance sheet. All right, so that's all we have for you. If you like the video, subscribe to it for more updates. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.